Hello, everybody. My name is Bobby Cuthbertson, and I wanted to share a little story with you today and let you know what a little funny thing that happened to me in my past. When I was a junior in high school, I was in the marching band, and me and my partner Larry, we had come up with this idea, or we were trying to think of an idea of how can we mess up the other team because we were like in the regional playoffs. The football team was doing good that year. We were basically undefeated. Game was at our home stadium. We were all excited, and so I was over at Larry's house one. I think it was the Wednesday before the big game on Friday, and we were like talking, wondering what could we do, what could we do. We were like thinking. Larry's like, I don't know what we should do, Bobby. We were like, oh Lord, what. And it's this thing came in my head. It's like, bam, I got the idea. That's what I was like, yes, this is gonna be great. I, I, I think this will work. I was like, hey, Larry, I got this awesome idea. He's like, what is it? I'm like, um, when if we need to mess them up, I got a whistle. I'm gonna bring my whistle to the game, and I'll blow the whistle, and we'll mess them up. We'll stop them, whatever. But we'll do it on a perfect play. So there'll be a reason. It's not like they're at the 50, but like they're gonna score. We'll try to stop them so they can't score. All right. So he's like, well, that sounds like it's an idea, Bobby, but he's like, don't know if that's a good idea or not. Larry always rubbed his head when he talked to me. But anyway, when he was like thinking, don't sound like a good idea, probably. But I'm like, yeah, I can get away with it. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be great. So Friday gets there, we're all in our band uniforms. We go in the band room, warm up, and then we march into the stadium, and we're up in the stands. And the other team scored once. We scored a couple times, right? And we're all excited. Well, it was about halftime, and so we're like, march. We broke down. We had warmed up, and we were standing there watching the other team, and the other team was like at our 3 yard line. It was third and goal at the 3. I'm thinking, this is the time. Larry's right next to me. I said, Larry, this is it. I'm gonna do it. He's like, be careful. I got this, no problem. So I reached into my I had my I had a little sash on. I pulled my sash to the side and reached down and grabbed my whistle out. And as soon as I went to blow air through the whistle, you know, you're thinking there's a crowd of people. No one could possibly see me. Now, no one could see me. So as I went to blow air through this whistle, I was like, as soon as I drew the air and as I started to push the air through the whistle, guess who made eye contact with me? Not the person you want to make eye contact with. It was like, oh my goodness. But I'd already started blowing the whistle. I couldn't stop because I'd already the air was already going. And so that reminds me of another story real quick. You're gonna love this. When I was out fishing one time, and I I had to use the restroom. Sorry, it's a true story. And I was on a boat, and I'm like, what can I do? I was like go in the cabin and do whatever. Just hurry back because the fish were really starting to bite. And I was like, so I put my pole, had like a little on free spool so it could go if something big hit it, right? And went down, used the restroom, came back, and all of a sudden I heard this bzzz sound. Reminded me of the whistle. That's what reminded me of the whistle was that bzzz. Anyway, reeled it in. It was like a 30-pound king mackerel. It was awesome. Yeah, it was fun. We had a great time that day. But anyway, it was just like one of those things. It hit me. I had to go. But anyway, I wished I'd have went that night when I was at the stadium. I probably should have went somewhere else and blew the whistle because as soon as I blew the air through the whistle, it was like, oh my goodness, eye contact. Bam! It's like, dude, you don't want to see the eye contact of the person. And it wasn't the referee. Some of you might thought it was the referee. It wasn't the referee. That probably would have been embarrassing, but at least it would just been the referee. No, it was my band director. Eye contact. I'm blowing the whistle, and he's looked straight at me. He's like, and our school colors were red and white, and his head was redder than my uniform. It was like, no way. And he came over and was like, right in my face, like, give me the whistle. He said blank blank, whatever. I won't say it out. I'm gonna be nice anyway, because keep it PG. But anyway, he told me, give me the whistle. And as he was telling me that, he's grabbing the whistle and pulling my hat off and pulling the whistle. And I'm like they're running around looking for whoever's blowing the whistle. By the way, when I blew the whistle, it worked. We stopped the team. It was great. But they let them make another play and they score on the next play. So sorry, that's something that happened. But anyway, he took my whistle, and I'm thinking, man, don't draw attention to us because he's screaming at me, and I'm thinking, shh, stop, you're gonna, I'm like oh my God, he's going to bring attention to me, and it's not going to mean the referee's going to like throw me off the field or out of the game or something. I'm not going to be able to watch the rest of the game, you know. But no one found out who it wasn't. They didn't find out it was us, which was cool. But anyway, in the night, the last thing he said to me was, "You better be in my office Monday morning, because if you're not there, you know, you're in serious trouble. You know, you're already in trouble. But you better be in my office Monday morning." I'm thinking, oh my God. So I showed up Monday morning. He was still mad. I'm like, how can you still be mad? It's Monday. It was Friday night. Come on. It's been 3 days from, you know, a kid's world. That's an eternity for someone 17 or 18. We don't. Anyway, but so I'm sitting down in the office. He's like, sit down over there. I'm like, he closed the door and he came in and he sat down and he crossed his arms. He's like, what were you thinking? He's like, why would you blow a whistle and try to embarrass the whole for a little bit? He's like, oh my God, gee. He's like, see this whistle? He opened his drawer and threw it in there and slammed his door shut. And the drawer shut. And he's like, get out of my office and go get ready for practice. I'm like, oh, gee whiz. I'm like, no way. But that was the last time we brought it up, because, you know, I didn't have a whistle anymore, so it was cool. We lost the game, so there was no more marching band that year. So I guess it wasn't okay, but there was no more reasons for me to bring a whistle that year anyway. But what was funny is at the end of the year, you know, you get your annuals at the end of high school. You know, you have everybody sign your annual and stuff. Well, Mr. Cato gave me my whistle back the last day of the year, and he said, and I said, hey, would you sign my annual? He said, sure. He said, in the thing he wrote, keep your whistle. We might need to mess up another team next year. I knew he wasn't serious. Don't bring a whistle next year. He didn't mean it. He was just being funny. Bring the whistle. But anyway, it was just a funny story about my past, and it sort of makes me think of something that I'm doing now, because you do things sometimes, and you think you got things set up, and you think, yeah, I can get away with this. It'd be great. No one would ever know. You know, this is going to work out. I've got all my ducks in a row. But maybe you don't. Maybe things aren't going the way you want them to go. You know, maybe that, you know, things that you're doing aren't taking you where you want to go, or maybe they're taking you where you don't want to be. You know, like in the office of the band director. You know, when you're not wanting to be in the band director's office. You know, he wasn't there to say, hey, way to go. He was there to say, what are you thinking? You know. Anyway, but right now, I've been working with a company called Empower Network, and it's really freed me up to be able to do things that would have not been able to do if I had to go to a 9 to 5 job and work all the time, like Monday through Friday or Saturday and Sunday. You know, I used to work in the hotel industry, and holidays, weekends, forget it. You ain't getting off. You're going to be at work. So now I work at home, and it's great because I'm able to do things that, like I said, I can go to the beach, or I can go fishing, I can go snorkeling, I can go to the game, I can go to the park, whatever. I can just enjoy myself. But also, it is work. It's something I do. It's great. And if you're interested, which I believe you probably are, if you want to know how I do what I do, you know, how other people are doing what they're doing with Empower Network, that's people making serious money. And if you're interested, go ahead and click the link below this video. And once you click the link, go ahead and pull your credit card out and get started today for $25. Just enter your information. So all you need to do is just fill out a little form there. Like I said, click the link at the bottom of this video. It says Empower Network. And enter your credit card information and click the button that says Buy Now. And I'll see you on the other side. Thank you.